What's going on, boys? So I've been playing a lot of Madden here lately. I just needed a little break from college football. That game's kind of frustrating to say the least. Not like this one isn't, but it's probably the lesser of the two evils right now. But anyways, I've been having a blast playing this game, and I think this trips tight end flex is probably the best offense in like Madden history. All right, so that might be a little exaggeration. I know everybody likes their bunch and the wild trio close this year, but I'm a really big fan of spread formations, and I really like this trips tight end close. I just said trips tight end close. I mean trips tight end flex. But anyways, I think this formation is really good and has like a ton of different setups you can kind of use and just really mess around, like freestyle out of it pretty easy. And like not only freestyle, but you can kind of like, there's really good set plays that I have too. So I figured I'd share that with you guys today and kind of get some Madden content going on the channel because I'm really enjoying Madden this year. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first setup. All right, so we're actually gonna start off pretty simple, and we're gonna start with the RPO because I think every good formation needs to have at least some kind of good RPO and run game. This RPO may look pretty basic, but we can actually make it really, really good. You know, EA added the ability to hot route RPOs this year, and it's kind of glitchy. So not only is this RPO really good stock, you can just like stem down your tight end, hit him over here. Then you got the bubble on the other side. Here goes the bubble right here. If they crash, you just throw it out there, air truck your way up the field. Air trucking's really good this year again. But then EA added the ability to hot route these things, which is pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. So if I wanted to, I could just throw two streaks out there and we could just really attack the seams. Let's see if this seam on circle gets open. It does. Throw it, easy. And you actually get a touchdown off that. I mean, that is as good as you can get. Another one of my favorite setups, other than the streak and the bubble, is putting him on a post and just stemming him down one. So as soon as they start crashing in on the run, this is going to get wide open. As you see here, he crashes in to defend the run. We get instantly sacked. You don't see that a ton. Let's run that one more time. All right, so hopefully do the same thing here. He actually played it better, but we still just kind of cross-face and got it. If there's a user there, they may try to defend that a little bit. But most of the time, against a look like this is where it's going to be really, really good. They're just sending everybody on blitz. Throw it out there. Easy touchdowns. All right, we're going to try one more time. I want to see if I can get this look that I'm really looking for. There it is right there. That's the look I want to tell you about. So let's go back into replay mode and watch this. It puts that linebacker in just crazy, crazy conflict because he has to go in and try to shoot that run lane. And as soon as he goes to shoot that run lane, we're just going to cross face right there. And there's nobody around to even make a play on that. Maybe this safety up here, but there's so much space you can just make a man miss and get an easy touchdown. That's why I think this is probably the best RPO in the game. Let's get into a couple pass setups. All right, so for the next play, we're going to go for motion wide post. This is like the main play you'd run this formation for. It's just super, super good against all coverages. Let's go ahead and select that and just go up against random defenses here. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of auto motion this year. I know it was really good last year against man coverage. This year, wheels do not beat man. It's not that great against man coverage. I just cancel it every time. There's certain use cases for it. Like if you see them in a cover 2, it's really good. I don't think they're in a cover 2 right here, so I'm not really going to use it. Anyway, so for the first setup, we're either just going to slant our slot receiver or drag him. Either one works great. And another big thing to do on this play is always stem down this little return route right here. If you don't stem him down, he's going to get bumped. It gets a lot more open against man if you just stem him down. And then you're pretty much just reading the drag to the return route to the post. It's simple as that. Get the return route open. He went with the drag, so that's just going to open up space for that return route to come in free. All right, one more time here. Let's just throw a slant out there. Post is wide open across the middle. Plenty of rack room, too. This is one of those plays that, like, man or zone, it doesn't matter. Something's going to get open. There goes the slant, just frying everything. And this play actually has its own, like, special flat route that gets to a better part of the field. Of course, it gets kind of bagged right there when I'm trying to show it. But if they're, like, not shading down in their zone coverage, you can just pepper that all day. All right, this looks like a cover 3. Let's just see. Okay, no, they're shading down for some reason. They're playing man-to-man. I can't really tell. It might be cover 1. All right, so this looks like it could be cover 2 on this side. So this is a good time to go ahead and go into the auto motion part of the play. If you do run into auto motion, just streak your running back. Stem down your return route. Let it play out. Then you're just kind of making a little high-low read. He doesn't really get open there. Actually, everything kind of got bagged there. That's kind of crazy. All right, so this time I just went ahead and put him in a cover 2 hard flat just so I can kind of show off what I'm trying to talk about here. So we're just going to go ahead and run this play again. And watch this hard flat. He just stays down, so you can just pepper that in there. That's going to kind of work against really any coverage with hard flats. If they don't have any kind of other coverage out there, if it's not match coverage, then yeah, you're pretty solid. You can just throw that in there all day. Let's do it one more time just to show you. I actually didn't streak my running back. But even with that streak in the running back, that's still wide open. You just streak him in case it's cover 3, you get an easy seam shot. All right, one of the hardest things to stop this year is curl routes stemmed up. And this formation is really good for it. I mean, you can just, in all honesty, you could just throw 3 of them things out there like this. Go ahead and block your running back and then just see which one's not getting played. As I say that, they all get bagged. All right, so they're playing cover 2 man now, so we should be able to get it. Cover 2 man is actually really good against. You just want to throw it on the break, come back, possession, catch it. It's really, really easy. It does typically work against zone, though. I don't really know what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and throw a little motion out there. A little double curl route. Looks like we should. No, we just got a streak. They just rather give up the touchdown than a curl route, apparently. Anyways, take my word for it. Try that out in game. Any kind of 3rd and long situation, I might just max protect, bring the tight end in, throw out 2 curl routes, and everything's going to get open. You can convert on 4th and 30 with that. All right, before we move on, I'm determined to show you guys one that does work. Yeah, just like that. Throw it on the break, possession, catch it. He drops it. I can't control that. All right, so another play I'm a huge fan of is this PA fork right here. I think this is a really, really good play. I ran something really similar in college football this year on in Wild Trio Week. And what makes it, why is my camera angle like that? Give me 1 second. All right, what makes it really good is this little, like, I guess a fork route. I don't know what you call that. It's like a big speed out. But yeah, I think the best way to set this up is just pretend it's that play out of Wild Trio Week called Flood in college football. You just want to zig your slot receiver so you got a little underneath route. And I like to wheel my running back. And I'm going to put the tight end on the in route and just stem him up twice about where the other route kind of cuts in. Be sure to base block. And then just read it like zig. They leave the zig open, throw the zig. Go ahead and set it up one more time. Pretty simple setup. Let's see. They play the zig. Right there is what I want to show. Against man coverage especially, that's going to get wide open along the sideline. I love that route. All right, I got it set up again. And pretty much any kind of like playbook I run from now on is going to have that kind of route in there. Because look how open it gets. Against mash coverage and man coverage especially. But against zone, like cover 2, it's going to get wide open as well. And like I said, you're just going to read zig, not there, wheel, not there. You can even hit the in route right here. Everything's going to get open on this play. I think if you wait long enough against like cover 3, all right, they're not going to do cover 3. But I think that little post route will kind of get open over the top as well. Usually you don't have time to let that develop in this game, though, with as much as Texas 4-man is prevalent. But yeah, that's PA fork. I really, really like that play. It's probably my favorite play in this whole formation. All right, so another play that's actually really good in this is a play that's been really, really good for years. We're going to pick PA shot crossers. And I'm going to go up against like a cover 3. Just show you guys this cover 3 bomb real quick. Do a little cover 3 sky. And this play is just a 1-play touchdown against cover 3. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit more room. And then really all we're going to do here, we're just going to go ahead and block the running back. You always want to reset your protection. Do not run any kind of slide protect in this game. It is terrible. Then we're just going to streak our slot receiver, drag the outside, put the tight end on a corner route, stem it all the way down. Then we're just going to be looking for triangle. That's all we're going to do. Try to buy a little bit of time. Easy touchdown. 1-play touchdown against cover 3 pretty much every single time. Doesn't matter if they're shaded down, shaded up. It does not matter. I'll go ahead and run it one more time for you guys just to show you how easy that is. Just like that, we're set up. I think I accidentally added a slide protect. You need time. That's the only thing. That's the only thing about this play is you need time. They got a really good block shed right there. So let's do it one more time. All right, now we're ready to go. Same plays all set up. A little bit more time here. You can even let it develop a little longer if you want to. I don't know why CeeDee Lamb's dropping that. I need to sub him out. I usually don't run him in my slot on Ultimate Team. All right, let's do one more since CeeDee doesn't want to cooperate with us. Straight over the top. You can air truck your way out of there. Easy touchdown against cover 3. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's go back to motion wide post real quick because I forgot to show you guys a cover 4 bomb out of this. So let's do a cover 4 bomb out of motion wide post. All right, so for this, we actually got 2 bombs for cover 4. We got one for cover 4 quarters and one for cover 4 drop. So if we're going against cover 4 drop, take your tight end, just stem him up twice. Go ahead and streak your slot receiver. You can leave the return route on your inside or you can just drag him. I prefer to drag him, have a quicker check down. And then just put a comeback route on the outside. I like to block my halfback. Simple as this. Do need a little bit of time for it to develop. You can just pass lead that upfield. He actually made a really good play on that. That does not usually happen. Let me go ahead and do it again. That took a little bit of time to develop. That's probably what that was. So just like this is what the play art looks like. It's kind of like that last play, just inverted. We're dropping really far back. I think that's why they're making a play on it. Let me get it one more time. Hopefully set up a little bit better protection. All right, here we go. One more time. Try to drop so far back. Getting a little bit of time. Step up in the pocket. Easy little cover 4 bomb. And that's cover 4 drop. And you can just bomb it every time doing that. So let's go ahead and let's show the cover 4 quarters bomb. All right, so that's cover 4 quarters out of motion wide post. And really all you got to do, streak the slot receiver. Wait just a minute. You can just throw it straight over the top. Quarters is not very good in this game. I mean, it is, but don't run the match. Just shade down. But if they don't shade down, they're actually running that match. You can just streak him and get a free seam shot right here. I mean, it's crazy how open that gets. They just kind of forget about him out there. But yeah, that's going to be your 2 bombs, your cover 3 bomb, your cover 4 bomb. Let's get into another play. All right, so one thing I forgot to show is in this up a PA fork, and the reason I'm going to go ahead and show it now is because it's going to make sense on the next play I show you. So let's go ahead and call PA fork again. Just random defenses, doesn't matter what it is. But if you motion this guy across, he's actually going to stay in the same route he's on. Then you just go ahead and streak your tight end. I like to streak the inside slot receiver, stem this guy up twice. And pretty much what you got here is a stemmed up curl and a really, really good in route. Everything's getting pushed vertical. So right here, throw him in between. Easy little window against zone coverage. If you wanted to, you go ahead and throw your running back out on a route like a Texas or like an in route. In route would probably be the best, just so you got like a pretty easy check down. Something like this should be really good. Hit your check down or just overthrow him by 40 yards. For the sake of this, I'm going to block him though, just so I can show you like without getting pressured to death. Yeah, let's say for some reason the other route gets bagged. There's another example of that stemmed up curl route being really good. You stem them up twice. You can stem them up further than that if you wanted to. Like if I was really crazy, I could just stem this up like 4 times. Go ahead and bring this guy over here. Streak him. Definitely gonna block the running back if I'm gonna try to throw this. I actually got the seam open if I wanted it. Throw it on the break. Yeah, you can catch those. That's crazy. But that's like a 40-yard curl route. So that's going to make sense in this next play I'm going to show you. All right, so we're going to call this motion fork H choice. My head's actually in the way of it. Let me just call it. All right, this play right here. So the reason I want to use that motion and like have it not be a tail and use that PA fork play is because we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to motion this guy. Nope, not that guy. Go back over there. We're going to motion our slot receiver in, the inside most. I can't do anything now because I motioned. Let me just throw this real quick. All right, but anyways, you're going to motion this guy over. Now you got a pretty good little flood concept over here. And yeah, I wish you could stem this guy up some, but you can't. It is what it is. It's still going to be a really, really good route, especially against man coverage. You're just kind of throwing that streak out there just in case it is zone. And then you can kind of freestyle on the right-hand side. You could really do the same thing. And let's just say they like route commit that guy inside or whatever else because of the last play. Corner route. I should probably highball that. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could probably do like some kind of high-low like this over here. Space the field out a lot better against zone. Barely are man-to-man. That's what I wanted to show. That little throw across the sideline is super, super good. And there's no real tail in it by motioning that guy over because we're also motioning the guy over in PA fork. So there's no way to tell what you're actually doing. Do it one more time. We're going to do a stemmed up curl version. So let's see. Nothing open over here. Throw your stemmed up curl. Those are really, really good. You can pretty much run those, like nothing but those all game and win games. But anyways, that's going to do it for the Trips Tight End Flex little mini scheme. But this is my favorite formation in the game. Super, super good. You can run this all game. Never have to get out of it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back with another one soon.